Hello and welcome to another video. This time, instead of playing a normal game against a human opponent, I'm going to play a 6-piece handicap game against the computer. So, 6 pieces is where my opponent is missing the bishop, the rook, both knights and both lances, which seems like a ridiculously large handicap, but in fact it's about the same as a queen handicap in chess. And believe it or not, but the first 3 or 4 games I played against the computer, I actually lost. It's because I was attempting to play a normal game. I was castling my king in the corner, and he would bring down a gold, and I would get into trouble. I would often lose this bishop. Also, I found that drops were very difficult. So when we were exchanging pieces, and he was getting pieces in hand, he was able to make some really annoying drops. So I've since looked up the strategy for a 6-piece game, and it's not to play a normal game, it's to leave your king in the centre and just attack on both wings, which is just a much simpler way to win than attempt to play a normal game. And that's what I'm going to show you. So firstly, I'm going to promote the lance. Next, I'm going to drop a pawn here and promote that. So the computer can drop a pawn on this square, but you can't promote it because of the bishop. Okay, get a token. And now I'm going to start walking my promoted pieces over. Interesting. So if I play knight here, attack the pawn, he could push, I take, and then drop. So he's starting to push the pawn, I take, and then he drops here. So I'm going to bring the silver up, just to stop him dropping a pawn here. Now I could go knight here, and I want to go here. So I'm going to walk my promoted pieces over to here and here, and then I'm going to go knight here, here, here. And then after that, I'm going to start advancing on this wing. I'm going to put the lance forwards and then put the rook behind. So I think I can just take this. So he has a pawn in hand, which he could drop here, but the silver controls it. Okay, if he goes here, I'm just going to take it. So these are the sort of things that computer can do, even though he has very few pieces. Pawn here, I take it. He could then drop here to distract away the silver, and then he could drop here, but he doesn't have enough pawns. If he had 2 pawns, he could drop here and here to overload the silver. So that's something I need to be careful of when he gets another pawn in hand. Maybe I should bring a gold up just to preempt that, which I might do. So just so the gold controls this square, the silver controls this one. Okay, if he goes here, I can just take it. And if he drops here, we can take with the bishop. So I've got a promoted knight. So I think I want to get my token here and here, or here and here. It's probably better actually. Yeah, here and then token here. he'll just run with the gold this way. So I think instead I'm going to try and break through on this file now. I could create another token by playing pawn here and here, but it's just so far away from his king. I could play pawn here, token here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, walk it along this way. But I think more important is breakthrough here. So pawn here, pawn takes, lance takes, pawn drop here, lance takes, pawn drop here, and I lose the lance. So I have to put the rook behind the lance, otherwise I'm just going to lose the lance. One thing that is a bit difficult is actually mating the king. These pieces are very slow and very far away from the king. So I can just take that. So I can make a token, move it up, promote the lance, and promote the rook to a dragon. So silver takes here, pawn drop. Silver will just have to go back. I think that's a problem. So we'll have to go back here. I can move the token forward. Next lance here. For those of you who are learning Shogi, I think this is a pretty good way to practice, because a full game is a bit complicated. Let's see, takes, silver takes, drop again. So I think I just gain a tempo doing this. Okay. If here I can just take it. So I could go 1, 2, 3. Which seems fine. I can just take that. So the computer doesn't have any pawns in hand. It means at the moment I don't need to worry about drops. So the moment he can move his king this way, he can escape. So I think I want to here, and here, or here, here. Next gold here, here, and here. Okay, so he's just closed off the escape route for his king. I was worried about his king escaping this way, but no, I don't have to be worried about that. Let's say he brings his gold over here next, then... Okay, he didn't do that. So if I promote to a dragon, he can bring the gold over to attack the dragon, and then dragon here maybe. I feel like I just want to be leading with these pieces. I think I'm just going to slowly bring these pieces forward, because I think if I advance the dragon, he can just chase it away. Okay, that frees up this square for him. So he's currently just got this square you can go to. Okay, attacking the promoted knight. Okay, his king was getting caught in a box, so sacrifices a silver for a pawn. Which you could drop here maybe? No, you could drop it here. No, here. You could drop it here and promote it here to a token. Okay, attacking the rook. Don't want to go backwards. You could drop a pawn there. I might go sideways and back around this way. So up and around. Okay, that gives this king this square now. This king's also got this route back here again. Yeah, this king's got this route. So anyway, I'll make a dragon. So can I stop this king going this way? I can open up the bishop. Okay, so I'm going to move the tokens closer to his king. Just forking the promoted pieces there, so I just protect them. Okay. Save the pawn. And the king is running. He's running towards my pawns. If I bring the dragon here, I'm just going to start chasing these golds. Let's see. Okay, this gold's now trapped. He would get a lance, which he could drop along here and promote here. It's a bit annoying. So this is the difficult bit. He's going to start getting pieces in hand. Could drop a silver. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. Okay. That was a strange move. Okay, I've got a silver and a gold, so I could drop here and drop here. That might be enough to mate. I can drop here. So I can move this piece here next. Okay, so dropping there. If I pawn here, he'll take. So this is where it gets tricky. If I drop a pawn here, he'll have to move the lance forward. I drop a pawn here, he goes here. I think I can just drop a pawn, Because if he takes, I'll take with the bishop. Oops, I already have a pawn up here. That's annoying. If I move the bishop back, he can promote here. Bishop here, he can promote. So bishop here, he takes with the pawn takes pawn, silver takes, he can promote here. I move the bishop here. So you can see what makes this difficult. All of my pieces are kind of very slow, and it's hard to put away the king. And in the meantime, he's got counterplay. Okay, I can bring the token down 1, 2. Or should I just drop a silver here? Silver here. What can he do? Drop a gold here. He can go this way and this way. Okay, I think that's the first time I've put him in check. Okay, he's now got another lance in hand. We could drop here again. But he does have a naked king. So gold drop here, gold drop here. Could maybe play silver drop here. Gold drop here, he could drop a lance or a pawn. Make silver drop here. Move his king along. I'm not sure if I have enough to mate, but I'll give it a go. Okay, he just runs. So what's he going to do if I simply push the pawn forward? Okay, so he's blocking the dragon, so he's going to run this way. So if I take, so he might even run down this way. Yes. So drop here. I've got pawns, however. So I drop a pawn here. So if I drop a silver here and then drop a pawn here maybe? What can he do? Can take, takes, promote. It's getting a bit tricky. Okay, so if I just drop a pawn, he can drop a pawn here. I can sidestep. He can drop another pawn, push me backwards. So I can bring the gold in closer. And one thing I find in this four piece is that it's difficult to actually use the bishop effectively. Okay, so he's pushing me back, but he's also created a wall for his own king. I can go here and here and create a token. Okay. I think pawn drop's okay, but then he can also drop a pawn. Yep. So if pawn takes, lance takes, or pawn takes, silver take, pawn drop, his silver can take. So I think he's going to get a silver in hand. My king at the moment is reasonably well defended. So coming here for a token is quite good, I think. Okay. He's also got a knight. Trying to see where I could drop the knight. Okay, so he can play pawn drop here. So I will push his silver back. I'm still intending to create a token here. Got silver, so I could do silver drop here. Then he can just go here. I could do lance drop. Interesting. So his king's also maybe got this potential route to run. Okay. Close off this square. So I could drop. Can I drop lance here? Do silver drop here. Okay. So we can't go here or here. Dragon here. And then just try and mate him on this. So I can drop a silver here maybe, or drop a silver here. Force him to come forward to here. Then silver up, I think, is mate. So king here and silver forward, and I'm pretty sure that is a mate. No, it's not. It's not. It's nowhere close to a mate. He can go here or here. So he's got two squares. Okay, how am I doing this? I just go here, discovered check, then you can go back here. I've got the lance, he can move the knight here. Okay, so he's just got this. No, he's not got that square. Okay, he's got no squares at all. Okay, I'm just going to take the silver and go for a silver drop. Let's see, silver drop here. Now that's a mate. Okay, so that was 160 moves. So it's not too difficult as long as you know the strategies of attacking on this wing and then this wing. But again, it's still tricky. So things like actually putting the king away and also being wary of counterplay from your opponent. So I think for beginners learning shogi, I think playing a 6-piece handicap against the engine here on level 8 is reasonable. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, stay tuned. There should be more videos coming up.